Liberty head coach Hugh Freeze here on ESPN Radio as we come to you from the 2022 NFL Draft here in Las Vegas. And, Coach, Malik Willis, your guy, in all of our opinions, falls into the third round. What did teams that passed on him, what did they miss?
Well, I'm not one to ever second-guess other coaches and staffs because I know what that looks like. But obviously I have a bias toward Malik, and I think that there's going to be a lot of teams that regret passing him up. Having said that, that's their right, and we respect that, and trust that it works out the way it's supposed to. And truthfully, I love him going to Tennessee, and I think it's just going to be a really good fit for him. But they're going to miss out on what I think was one of the best quarterback athletes with strong arm and accuracy in probably the last several years. And I think he's going to prove to be very invaluable to that locker room that he joins.
Coach, in terms of his transition to pro ball, being able to sit behind Ryan Tannehill, as you mentioned, it should be a positive. Where do you think his game has to improve the most for him to become a frontline starting NFL quarterback?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think being able to go in and not have the pressure of, well, I've got to do this right now, and knowing that he has a veteran in front of him to learn from is going to be helpful. And part two, I think just truthfully, the speed of the game and the speed of the windows closing so much faster than at any other level he's ever played. I don't get real concerned. I know that this is, and I don't want to be negative in any way toward anyone, but everyone acts like that this extreme difference in college game and NFL offenses. And I got to tell you, I clinicked 4 NFL teams last spring, and they're trying to be more and more like us. And so I don't know why people continue to and go put on the tapes. I mean, and they're doing very similar things. And I'm not saying that's the case with Tennessee. Maybe it is going to be more of a challenge. But to me, I think the game is trending toward more of what you're seeing with us on Saturdays. But there's no question in my mind that he has got to play faster in the pocket with his progressions because of just the sheer speed of the guys he's going to be throwing against.
Coach, when you're going through the process of recruiting Malik, bringing him over from Auburn, what did you see in him that made him so appealing?
Well, truthfully, I've said this, and there was no possible way that I could know we would be sitting here having these conversations or be in the green room on a draft night because he just had no significant snaps at quarterback in the college game at all. Truthfully, he only had 15, and they were zone reads, so I really had no data to go on other than I knew him out of high school, and I knew what kind of athlete he was. And I believe wholeheartedly that in the non-Power 5 especially, if you have the best athlete on the field at that position, it gives you a fighting chance to win games. And I believed we could win with Malik at quarterback. I loved the type of kid he was, the leader. Had no clue could we get to this point of him being a true NFL quarterback, but quickly into his first year, I knew, man, that's possible. This guy's got a lot of skill, and he's still really, really young at the position. And I just think the upside for him is huge.
Talking to Hugh Freeze right now, head coach of Liberty, Coach Malik Willis, who was drafted number 6 overall to the Tennessee Titans. And, Coach, you talked about what part of Malik's game needs improvement at the next level, but what part of his game do you think translates really well here?
Well, did you witness all of those DMs they were drafting this year?
I did.
Did you see the playoffs last year where no one can protect the quarterback? Those are, I think you've got to have somebody in today's times that can make that first guy miss and extend plays and then be able to throw the ball down the field when those scenarios occur. And they're occurring more and more and more and more in today's games because of how good those D lines are, and no one can consistently protect the quarterback. And so to have a guy back there like Malik that can make the first guy miss, extend the play, get you a first down either with his legs or throwing, I just think is absolutely invaluable, and you can't teach that. And he has that ability to do it, and that to me is what he's ready for. Obviously, those coaches, that's why they call us coach. If his feet need to improve on his drops or all of that, man, you got hours and hours and hours to do that with him. But you can't teach what he already has, and that to me, for the way the game is being played today, is invaluable.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.